All right, we start off with this question because our radio show is actually heard all over the country and all over the world on iHeartMedia. We get a lot of emails from all over the places. Now, Tom sent us this email. He says, my wife and I had an accepted offer on a home in Northern California on Sunday, February 1st. He said the inspection was 2 days later. They spent about $2,000 on inspections all in. So Tom says after the inspection, the homeowner asked us to speak to them in the kitchen for a moment. And then the owners dropped the bombshell saying they had received another offer the day before. And they have people who were now in the first position apparently were buying the house for the same amount of money, but we're going to pay the sellers $50,000 more in cash for the furniture. So he says Tom and his wife were shocked. They're furious. They walked away, $2,000 that they spent out of pocket, no home, and they got to start their search all over again. He says, Tom's wondering, how does this happen? And I'm wondering, could that have even happened? Do they actually have a contract? Because that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I would like to see what this contract said because in general, and particularly in Kentucky and Southern Indiana, once you have signed a contract, it's binding on both people. You could get 100 more offers after that, but those would be backup contracts. They wouldn't be able to supersede the original contract that's already binding. And certainly, if they didn't have a release and the authority from those original buyers to sell to someone else, they at the very least should be Tom should be getting his money back. That would be the minimum I would expect for this seller to give them. I guess there could be some strange clause in the California contract that allows that, but it seems unlikely.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, I make mention my son Greg has joined us, who does
Been a
our
while.
marketing and photography. Yeah, good to have you back with us. So the real question is, so what was going on there? Because if he had a contract, he should be, without question, able to hold these sellers to the stone here to keep going. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Unless they have some kind of, like I said, unique provision that allows them to take other offers. But I really doubt that because then no contracts would ever be binding.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But again, this is California. We're here in Louisville where we can't really discuss anything. It could be something different, or it could be that he did not have a binding contract that was written with his agent.
Well, it's interesting. We just had a similar, here in Louisville, Kentucky, we had a land lot for sale. And of course, you know how these things happen. They're sitting on the market forever. And then all of a sudden, multiple offers come in. Well, offer A had been having communications with us and the owner of the property, and there were verbals. And I always looked at Lee with this because she was the one who always taught us our schooling back when we were learning real estate. But there was communications, no signatures. There was some text message and email chain saying, hey, these terms might be acceptable. Hey, why don't you get this drawn up and send it to all parties? And there was a idea and an understanding that party A had terms that were agreeable. Well, party B comes in now with terms and a stronger offer, and we inform party A, hey, there's another offer on the table. And they say, well, wait a second, we had an agreed upon offer. We had discussed it back and forth, but there was nothing signed.
Yes, they had an offer. They didn't have a contract.
Correct. So people think they have contracts when they might not.
That's why it's important to work with a real estate agent. Short and simple.